Hi everybody, this is Lex the Gray. This is another update video regarding Deathly Chronicles, my own kind of a rules light RPG. So I've probably finished the rough draft for the main rules. Um, let's go through it just in case you haven't seen my last video. But death is the ability scores, dexterity, endurance, acumen, tenacity, and heart. There is combat skills. There's six of them, three for attack, and then three for defend. You have melee, range, brawl, and then evade, parry, block. Instead of the hit tracker, I've changed it back to health. Your health is determined by a 3d6. You choose the highest die roll. If you reach zero, you encounter death incarnate. Armor is simply applied to the block skill with any equipped armor. Move is basically how much you can move on a battle mat. Space is divided by, it's equal to your evade divided by half, rounded up. Basically, a move equals half of evade rounded up. Money is your starting funds. Roll 3d6. Here is I had to reformat the tables I had earlier. I was having some formatting issues, so I just have it kind of lined up in order like this. You have armor, helmets, shield, weapon, exploration, useful, and collectible. Change those terms from the Karen inspired categories. Mechanics, you have taking action. So this area did improve a bit. We have the ability score as a target. You roll 3d6. Roll at or below is a success. You have above as a failure. Critical fumble on a 3 or 18. Advantage, disadvantage. You roll 46, choosing the lowest of 3, highest of 3. Difficulty modifier is for the ability score when you are doing a action. Very easy from +4 down to very hard -4. Combat is finally finished up. I think my last video I left off right after the difficulty modifier section, at least this area here, taking action. Combat, players rolls all the dice. Combat actions from the PC's perspective, point of view. Choose attack type, roll 3d6. You have the melee, range, or brawl. Roll at or below, you deal damage. Roll above is a miss. Choose defend type. Evade, parry, block. You roll at or below, success. Roll above, you take damage. You can also use other actions such as items, flee, etc. Danger level is basically the level of the enemy. Enemy's level is the modifier for the attack, defend actions during combat. So use this to create enemies. They don't have traditional armor, just a DL. So you can kind of think of the modifier as the armor when it is linked to as a modifier to your ability scores during the combat round. So underling is +4 with health of 1, base damage 1. Scout, actually I should just say it's damage now. It used to be base damage, but I took away the concept of the difference between the roll and the danger level. Scout is +2 mod, 2 health, 2 damage. Standard foe is no mod, 4 health, 4 damage. Elite guard is -2 mod, 6 health, 6 damage. Warlord is -4 mod, 8 health, 8 damage. For healing, a short rest heals 1d6 health. Long rest is a full heal. Spellcasting is done with magically endowed scrolls. A scroll can only be used once, using acumen to cast it. Roll 36. You roll at or below, success. Roll above, miscast burns up. Then there's the Death Incarnate. When your health reaches 0, time freezes, and you must face Death Incarnate. Roll 1d6 to claim your fate. This, as I was picturing it, if I were to use this or keep it from an Excel RPG test, I kind of picture the scene from what's it called? Keanu Reeves movie. I'll recall the name, Constantine, where when you die, the world around you starts to burn, and there's this endless storm, this endless wind where everything is in decay and burning, but never progressing. That's kind of how I was picturing that scene, or that this section right here. So 1 through 4 is just death. 5 is resurrected, but at the mercy of death's will. You may have a consequence, so you have to complete something like a task. 6 resurrected plus 1d4, so that's obviously the one you want. But again, there's a lot of room for death. Advancement, which you have to include. Upon reaching a milestone after completing a perilous quest or defeating a mighty foe, you can do the following. Advance 1 level, roll 1d6 to increase health, plus 1 to 1 ability score, plus 1 to 1 combat skill. Next is the list of, let me zoom out here. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty much all the rules mechanics. Now I have made a table of 100 scrolls. This is obviously spit out from GPT with slight modifications. Then I am working on my list of weapons, eventually armor, items, etc. So I want this to be kind of a one-stop shop for everything when it comes to content. But we'll see. Weapons, I just started working on. That's what GPT spit out. I'm going to apply my modifiers as it goes because, again, I've changed my method of damage calculation. Because I feel like this game will be brutal, I've limited the amount of damage that can be done from enemies and from your character. Okay, so this video was not just entirely about updating you on what I've done past 24 hours, or since this morning, but it is the character sheet that I feel like has made some um, great progress. So this is the Death character sheet, Deathly Chronicles. It's 1 page, it's a 5 by 8. You have your name, currency, level, dexterity, endurance, acumen, tendency, tenacity, sorry, and heart. Make sure I have that right. Endurance to, yep. You have your 6 combat related actions right here, kind of in this little L. Melee, range, brawl, evade, parry, these two kind of minor defense mechanisms, and then the big one, block. So you have block, you have the armor modifier, then you have your total that you would tally together. You have your move, damage taken, so you can kind of use a tally system. You have your max health or just health here. It's really up to you. You can put health here, and you can do little tallies on how much damage you take. Like I said, because damage is limited to the amount of damage that can be done, then you can just simply use tallies. And once you hit that number, your character hits the death incarnate. Then here's the inventory section. There is, let's see, you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 20 slots for items. And at the bottom here is a character concept. So with the characters, you can put your you can put your gender, race, age, physical appearance, origin story, etc. All down here in this little box, and then obviously in the back of the sheet you can put more. But right now I have 1 page for the character sheet. So a little credit down here. But that's it. This is I was mostly just want to show you guys the character sheet. Worked on it mostly throughout the day. You basically write your character, your um, ability score numbers after each letter here, and then the same for these 6 plus. And like I said, move is based on dexterity, health, and then all your starting items will list here. And that's pretty much it. So it's making good progress. I think I probably could start a new campaign with my rules, and that campaign would be my play test for Deathly Chronicles. I still want to improve on the lore, the content list, content tables, but I'm more so just happy to have gotten all the way up to the 100th scroll. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next one.